I'm gonna hit you so hard you won't see nothing. Ever, 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 ever.
Audio skulls all day.
The lyric science is forever.
If you have a hamster, a gerbil, perhaps an iguana named Carl. What's up, Carl? We want to welcome you to the 235th iteration of the Mad Scientist Lab podcast with RJ. No. God, dude. How am I just
keep
butchering?
Going. Don't stop it. Don't start it over either.
We're here, and we want to welcome and wish everybody a very happy Memorial Day weekend. We're feeling very festive. We've got our American beer, which is not American anymore. Please don't start with me with that. We've got a variety. Jared's got his the Derringer, whiskey. Shout out to Epic.
Oh yeah.
And then we've got some different IPAs. We're cooking it up. We're cooking it up.
Oh my God.
That was like the
worst. I'm Jared Leigh, by the way.
Yeah, Jared Leigh, and I am RJ, and this is the Mad Scientist Lab podcast.
I said don't do it again.
I'm just saying.
Just make sure because you didn't introduce me. But that's okay.
I didn't know
that's what the lower thirds are for.
First of all, the lower thirds. I'm sorry. I don't mean to be a lower third.
Huh?
What?
That's what they called. That's what the titles at the bottom of the screen are called. They're called lower thirds.
Well, see, I didn't know that. That's like the technical term for it. I didn't know that. No.
That's what I said. That's what the lower thirds are for.
Okay. Well, now that I understand.
Whenever you watch the news and they say, this is Veronica, I'm not going to say her last name, but she's a news anchor here. But I don't know why that came to my head first. But actually, I said it wrong, so it doesn't matter.
Oh, there we go.
It'll say that the bottom, that's the lower thirds.
Oh, okay.
And I've been wanting to add it to here just to have it on here, but it's kind of a pain in the ass in OBS. But.
Dude, maybe we should crash like a news crew or something. Like I don't know. We find some breaking news and then we pull up on the scene and do our own report.
We could do that. It would have to be like a parody type thing. I've seen some people on TikTok do some similar things. They'll find a car pulled over the side of the road or a car crash and they'll hood news or some shit like that.
Oh, yeah, no, I think that's not a bad idea. I like that.
We could do it, but
I think I would be a good news anchor.
We have to leave the house.
Yeah. Well, it's summertime, so the sun's out, so that's incentive right there.
I know you don't like leaving the house.
Well, I do.
Oh.
Sometimes. Depends on the day and the mood I'm in and just probably 40 other factors that I will not elaborate here at this time.
RJ also said that it's Memorial Day. It is also Monaco weekend for Formula One. So there's a big old thing. That's like one of the big all the fanfare around F1 is around Monaco because it's a city track, right near the marina, and you can see the ocean out farther, and then all the nice, beautiful architecture, and the course is very technical and high skilled. So it's a fun weekend for everybody, especially if you're going there. I haven't been yet. I want to go, but we have a couple of friends who've been to Monaco.
Yeah, no, and it's funny you bring that up because earlier in the week at work, I had a gentleman come in with I would say maybe a 2012, 2013 Dodge Challenger, very well kept. Your biasness of cars aside, but he takes very good care of this car. And somehow we started talking, and he started bringing up F1 racing. Mm-hmm. And he brought up Monaco. It's crazy that you say that.
Yeah, because it's this weekend. That's what.
And I was like, oh, my God. I was like, for the first time ever, I kind of know what this guy's talking about, when it comes. Because when customers come in, obviously I'm not a car guy. I've never have been. So when people come in and they kind of, and I wouldn't say force their enthusiasm on me, but they're car people, I'm typically like, yeah, cool. I'm pretty bad at it. I'm not going to lie to you guys. But this guy was like, oh, yeah, Monaco. I was like, oh, shit. I was like, I have friends that go there. I said, my buddy's like a huge fan. And I said, he was talking about this. I said, he stays up late nights to watch certain races at certain times a year. And he's like, oh, yeah, man, I've been a fan for, some 25 odd years, just.
Same here. I've been a fan for a long time.
And it was just really cool that I had some sort of connection with a customer about a car or cars. And he was a super nice guy, just did very minor work to the vehicle.
It's the pinnacle of racing, buddy, of motorsports.
he was kind of saying the same thing, man. No shit.
No, that's actually what they call it. They call it the pinnacle of motorsports, and there's a reason for it. Some people won't agree. They'll think that like NASCAR or whatever, but no, these cars are way more technical. Takes a lot more precision to drive because you're pretty much on some kind of curvy, loopy, figure eight-ish type, or maybe a big circle, but like still has curves in it. Every week, like as opposed to NASCAR, there's like multiple weeks where you're just going in circles.
Yeah, and I know I went to my first event with you about a year or so change ago, and again, I had a lot of fun, but I can see as somebody who's not a fan, after a while, the whole 300 lap thing does kind of get drawn out a little bit.
Some people love it. We got a couple buddies that are down in Charlotte. I think it's Charlotte this weekend.
Yeah,
down for that. You travel for all you want, but I'll travel for F1 mainly because you're not just, unless you just go to the ones in the States, you're going to other places in the world. You know what I'm saying? And because they go everywhere. They go to the Middle East. They go to Europe. They go to the United States, Asia. Like they go to China. They used to go to Russia, but Russia fucked that up.
Yeah. yeah. Russia, you got to stop fucking up, dude.
Oh shit.
What?
Fuck. Oh, no, the third.
Do not nuke the location. But I get a kick out of it. It is a lot of fun to watch in person. But man, 300 laps for somebody who's not since I wouldn't even consider myself a casual fan.
F1's not 300 laps. F1.
Oh, I know that, but I've just meant like from like a NASCAR,
It depends on how long the track is, but like you're looking anywhere from 53 to 60, depending on how big the track is. And they have a time limit of like when the race starts. They have a time limit. It can only be 2 hours. So if there's like a stoppage for whatever, there's a crash, or there's a rain delay, if it goes over the 2 hours, then whoever's in the lead after a certain point, I think it's 15 laps. That's who the order is.
Okay, so I kind of like that. Reason being is, and I know this is kind of,
and that's for the Grand Prix. That's not for the whole weekend, because you got practice, you got qualifying, and then some weekends you have sprint. Weekends.
And I could see, I like the more condensed, like how you said it's like 40 or 50 some odd to 70 some odd laps or whatever it is. I like that more condensed in that sense, because at least for me, who's just, again, I don't even think I'm a casual fan, but it would be easier for me to absorb all of it, appreciate it, and then just be like, oh, hey, that was really cool, as opposed to me sitting there watching, and I'm like, all right, like, when's this?
Whoa, yeah.
And again, the force of the vehicles, if you've never been to a NASCAR race, I suggest you go, because it's a lot of fun. But if you're not really into the long, drawn-out races, then it might hinder the experience. But something like that, for me, I think would be a lot cooler. Watching it in a more condensed setting. And then after you set a time limit, it's like, oh, well, we got to wrap this up. People got shit to do or whatever it is.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it depends. A lot of it depends on where it is. I think that's because, like, this weekend, it's on an actual street that people use every fucking day. So they have to shut down the streets and put up all the safety guards and the walls and all the safety precautions. And basically that portion of the city is shut down.
That's pretty fucking awesome, though. I think that's
how they
cool.
do it in Vegas. That's why all the Vegas residents were complaining last year. Well, guess what? Y'all got another 10 years of that. So
people in Las Vegas complaining about noise? God forbid.
Well, they're complaining about the traffic because it's on the strip.
Oh, so I could see as somebody who, like, the old man shaking his fist at the sea kind of thing.
Yeah.
Like, get out of my way. Or I don't want to use the whole get off my lawn thing. I think it's a little drawn out. So you're like,
but most of them are on. I don't know. There's a lot that are on actual racetracks, but then there's a few that are built on cities. So they call it a street circuit.
That's dope, and the reason I like that, because I know it's probably, angry people in traffic aside, it's probably very good for the economy there.
And I was, I think it was Miami. because Miami was complaining at first when they first found out about it, and I remember I was watching this video. It was a TikTok, as a matter of fact, and this lady was like, "Yeah, if you guys didn't know, they showed our it was a show that was only taped that would only show in like the UK, but it was from F1.
Okay.
But there's this lady. She was like, "Yeah, the people who we talked to who were interviewed while we were on the show were nice enough to send me the video of it being broadcast on TV. So the local business got publicity just from being down at the place. You know what I'm saying?"
Yeah, and that's the cool thing, because at that point, it really does become a spectacle that everybody gets involved with.
Oh,
and,
yeah.
And even if you're not a fan at that point, it's like, put it this way. When I was in Philadelphia for WrestleMania, very big event, I'm in and out of a lot of Ubers with Sean. And, a couple of the people who are Ubering us, it's like, I was the one to strike conversation just because, I'm like, oh, my God, being a whole fucking tourist. I was like, hey, are you guys busy? And he was like, oh, yeah, man, are you guys here for that? And he's like, yeah, it's pretty fucking cool. And then we met a couple drivers that were like, yeah, I used to watch this as a kid, and it's really cool to see all the fans. So it really does, sports or sports entertainment, whatever you want to call it, it does bring people together, whether you're fans or not. If it's in a positive environment, it's always going to bring out the best in everybody. That's just kind of the way I look at it.
Usually people aren't going to go to something that they're don't enjoy and I'll tell you one thing about F1. I said it before, Drive to Survive on Netflix is what made it bigger here. But like, you'll see people, maybe they just became fans a few years ago when they start watching the show, but then you start to be like, okay, why is this that way, and why is this rule like this? So then you start getting sucked into the ins and outs of how the whole thing works, as opposed to just worrying about like what driver's drama is going on with what team owner type stuff.
Yeah.
Like you don't even get, after a while, you don't even, like, Drive to Survive to me the last few seasons has been garbage, because I already know I've watched the whole season, so I don't need a recap. You know what I'm saying? I don't need to see highlights of the shit. And nor do I care what the driver's drama shit is going on. As long as my driver is doing what he's supposed to be doing, then I'm happy. And same thing with the manufacturers. So I don't know.
It kind of, it just, here, what is the word I'm looking for? Hold on. Brain fart, folks. Hey, live here on air. No, here. So when you have something that you start to dissect, like the little rules, and it's like the little technicalities, like you said.
Yep.
I think those are the things that really get people the most involved with things. It might not be the overall spectacle of it, but it's the little details that you really end up enjoying. It's like, ooh, he could have beat this guy if he had done this, or he could have, slid better this way. And then that's when it comes into the, the manufacturer, the style of car that are in these races, and the technology that goes in them to this high performance technology. And it's like, oh, so the little details, I do think, help create more fandom and passion for whatever sport it is. It's like if you watch golf, right, dude? Like, I'm not a big golf guy at all. I will go play putt-putt, and if you take me out to a course, I will attempt to hit a golf ball.
Yeah,
If I hit it, I'll be happy.
Well, that's the fun part of. I was actually watching something recently. They were talking about one person is trying to get into golf, and the other person's like, they're asking the other person, like, what makes it so addicting to you? And he was like, basically, you're just out there with a bunch of the coolest people that you want to hang out with, and you're drinking, and there's a little bit of competition in there.
Yeah.
So that's really what golf is. I'm not gonna sit there and watch a fucking tournament. Like, that shit's boring as fuck. I'll fall asleep. Like, and I know some people who love it that much that they'll sit there and watch it. I cannot watch golf on TV. I'm sorry. This doesn't make sense.
I have started to appreciate golf more as I've gotten older. Obviously,
it's different when you play it, though.
Oh no, I 100% agree, and I feel the same way, or at least when I was a kid, about baseball. Because when I was a kid,
I used to watch baseball because it would be on late at night.
TBS, folks.
I don't know. Was it TBS? No, it was whatever channel the Orioles were on. Because back then, that's all we had.
Okay, so if it was, yeah, no, I got you. So no, but with, oh, man, hold on, brain fart. Oh yeah, sorry. Silly me.
Damn. Well, keep going, but somebody said something about turtles. So.
No, the infatuation that I have with certain things is great, but when I start to, the older I get, the more I kind of want to kind of open my mind more to certain things that people like that I'm kind of like about, especially when it comes to sports. Golf is definitely one of them, probably the top one for me. And then I'm not a huge fan of tennis. I don't mind playing tennis, or I've played badminton.
I used to like watching tennis. That was back in the day where I knew somebody who was into it, and like so but at the same time we had another golden time. We had Andre Agassi, Jimmy Connors, and then fucking Anna Kournikova came in. So like, of course she's hot as fuck. Of course I'm gonna watch that.
Yeah, she was really hot,
especially at the age that I was at the time. Like,
yeah,
I'm watching that shit.
So it's just the older I get, I want to learn how to understand how people appreciate these things and these sports, and I've kind of learned to understand it. But again, the big thing, kind of going back to what I was saying, is learning the little details and technicalities really helps in the overall experience and fandom that you may, or the joy you get out of whatever you're watching, sports or whatever it may be, entertainment.
I think it depends. I think for me, F1 is just like we talked about this plenty before, but it's the engineering and science of the whole thing, because like you have to deal with physics and downforce and torque and horsepower, and like all that stuff is engineering and mechanical engineering, and like to have this big expensive team come together to make these two cars that hopefully do the best they can that weekend out of 20 other cars, like that's just kind of cool. And then you, again, the personalities of the drivers come into it, because there's some drivers that I can't stand. Some, if you know me, you know who I'm talking about.
He doesn't like douchebags.
Pretty much.
Yeah. No douches.
But he's actually not doing that well. I mean, he's still doing well, but that car is starting to look a little slower. But anyway, but yeah. So and then the car that Hamilton's going to be in next year, he's going to be in a Ferrari next year. They're doing good. They're up there with the top three teams out. Like, it's battle back and forth between Red Bull, McLaren, and Ferrari. And Hamilton is on Mercedes right now, but this is his last year there because he signed. It was a big to do about him switching to Ferrari. But
so let me ask you this: who gets more credit, the engineer or the driver?
Well, there's two championships. There's drivers' championships, and then there's a manufacturer's championship.
All right.
So the way the manufacturers get points is you can only on a Grand Prix. I'm not going to get into the details of qualifying, but on the Grand Prix, you can only score points if you're first through 10, and 10th is only 1 point, and first is 25 points. So then it trickles down. From there.
Okay, but points go. Okay, I like this.
But so each weekend you score a point. If your car, let's say Ferrari, if two Ferraris get first and second, which I think has happened once this year.
Okay.
They get 25 points, and then whatever, I think it's 21 or 18 points for a second. So then that gets added together, and that goes toward their constructors championship.
Okay.
And then it accumulates throughout the season, depending on who wins, because you only get two cars. You only have two cars out of 20, so there's a possibility of 20 cars or two chances to get points for the manufacturer.
Okay.
Then the drivers have their own set. So if I'm Lewis Hamilton and I get third, and I think that's 15 points. I can't remember at this exact moment.
Yeah.
Then I'll get that 15 points, and then the next race I get 10th. I only get 1 point. But then another driver that has a maybe potentially has a faster car and is just up front more. He's getting
more points.
Like then you can start to see it accumulate, and then the chart as the season goes on, you see the chart kind of people moving up and down on the chart.
All right, see, so dude, that's a whole layer of shit that I didn't know before.
Yeah.
And
But that's what makes it interesting, because there is so much that can go into like whether you win or lose. Now I think these next few years are going to be interesting because, first this is probably the biggest driver shuffle in a long time, in like many years, that's going to happen right now. Because Hamilton moved, like that was a big piece for. Now it's like, okay, so where is this guy gonna go? And then is this person staying because he's not doing what he has been doing for like the last 2 or 3 years? Like he might be either out or going to another team. Because there's other drivers, little young drivers coming up that's ready to fucking take them seats. You know what I'm saying? So this is this next couple of years, and then in 26. The cars are going to change again, so the engines are going to be different. Some of the features as far as where they can put aerodynamics on the car is going to change. So 2026 and till whenever the next rule change is going to be quite interesting.
All right. I hope you guys absorbed all that, because I certainly did. I really do. No, dude. Shit, I didn't know there was a whole manufacturer driver thing. I didn't know none of that shit, dude.
Well, it's called Constructors Championship.
Constructors Championship. All right, I like that. So you said somebody said something about something that. So
did you pray today? Said R.I.P. Turtle. So sad.
Yeah, it.
I don't know about that second part, but yeah, R.I.P. Turtle.
R.I.P. Tortuga Verde. A very common phrase used on this show.
Oh yeah. I forgot about that. We had a whole show named that.
Yeah. I guess to kind of elaborate on it, local spot unfortunately is no longer in business, and it just stinks for.
And it was out of nowhere too.
Yeah,
they didn't tell nobody. I was there the night before. I'm always there the night before some shit closes.
Well, dude, I was there the night before Lucky's closed.
Me too. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, and it sucks because, you know, if you're kind of local, like how me and Jared are, the people that follow the show, we've all kind of gravitated towards the same watering holes throughout, you know, the last several years. With the closing of Lucky's, you know, R.I.P. to Lucky's as well.
And can't even use my name for trivia or our name, because our name for trivia was Lucky's for Life.
Yeah, and this is just bullshit. And so we ended up going to Tortuga Verde. Nobody really wanted to make that adjustment, but over the last several years, it has been our spot.
We fought that one tooth and nail, and it still ended up being.
Yeah, and, you know, we wanted to change the hours. We wanted to do this. And, you know, for a period of time, people were willing to do it. And somebody asked me, they were like, hey, why do you think this happened? And I was like, well, there's probably a lot that factors into that. Oh, and I'm not going to sit here and throw anybody under the bus. I'm not going to do that. We're not going to do that.
But I will.
Okay, so put it this way. Unfortunately, and to our friends who work there, we hope you guys are able to.
Yeah, I haven't heard shit from nobody.
Yeah, we hope you guys are able to maintain and find some work, because you guys are some of the hardest working people we know. That is not a joke. And I'm sorry that you guys have been put in yet another awful situation.
They don't watch this, so that it doesn't matter.
Well, they can hear about it from somebody else, and then they can tune in.
Okay.
Yeah, there we go. Gotta think sometimes. But it just sucks because it is very local to us. It's not too far from where we're at. And now you sit here and think, we're having the same dilemma. Where do we go? And it's like, where the fuck is there to go? It's
there's nowhere close, unless I'm not gonna name any names. There's a couple places by me. That'd be easier for me.
I know of these places.
Then there's the other place that we were talking about earlier. I don't know if I necessarily want to do that. That one's just not for me. It doesn't seem homey enough.
Yeah, and so I'm so glad you said that, dude, because I was having this discussion.
Yeah, well, first of all, did we pray? No, I didn't. But shooters, yes, we know. That's probably gonna be still a staple, but that's a place that is more for late night.
Yeah.
Unless you're coming to a shoot your shot open mic or jokes out of the bag, which is this Tuesday at Shooters in Springfield, where the comedians do jokes out of a bag. They'll pick up a topic. There's a bunch of topics in the bag. They'll pick up a topic and then they'll read it and then they'll try to riff off of that. And then if you get there early enough, we have a separate bag for the audience. They can write their own things in there, and then each comedian will pick one. So your thing is guaranteed to get picked out of the bag. So last time we did it, which was 2 weeks ago, it was a fucking huge hit. The comedians loved it. The audience loved it. And we all had a great time. People tipped the servers and everybody had a great time. So come out this Tuesday at Shooters for jokes out of the bag.
I like that plug you got in there, Jared. See how the world is just one gigantic floating sphere? Anyway, no, but my mother had said, hey, so what are you guys going to do now? And I was like, I don't know. And you used the word directly, took it right out of my mouth. It doesn't have a homely vibe. There are a lot of places still in this area we can go, but they're a little upscale. They're not a place you can go with a couple of your buddies, like, and just chill.
Chill,
yeah. Because Shooters is a great establishment, but again, more of a late night crowd.
Mm-hmm.
Some of the other places, very nice, very good food, very fancy. Not somewhere you would typically watch a ball game.
No.
And then there's the other side of Springfield where the smoke-infested pool halls live.
Hell no.
And that is not a knock because we've all been there, and we all have a secret soft spot for that place.
No, I don't.
It's just they've just been there.
I don't even
forever.
know which one you're talking about, but
well, we can refer to both of them.
Oh, well, both of them are. Never mind. I'm not gonna say how bad I feel about them, but I don't do the smoke thing. Sorry.
Yeah, no. The older we get, I actually don't want to be around it either. If I had to be honest with
You gotta remember, I worked at fucking Lucky's for years, just standing in fucking a stew of smoke.
I like that stew of smoke. That should be the name of this episode.
It could be, but that's how it felt when I went home. I was like, bro, I still feel like I'm in this fucking soup. And then you take your clothes off, and like especially you can't really wash them immediately because you get home late at night and you live with people. Like, you don't want the washing machine running. At the middle of the night.
Then people bitch at you and all sorts of shit.
So like I had to fucking put them as far away by the patio door just so I wouldn't smell like the shit. You know what I'm saying? It was. I don't miss that at all, and I probably will get. Never mind. I'm not going to say that because I don't want to speak that into the universe.
We don't want bad things. We don't want bad juju, as they like to say here in the universe. But somebody had said something in this little group chat that I'm in the other day. That's kind of filled with Lucky's regulars, and somebody said, "Hey,
is that still open? Is that the old one that we were in?"
I don't. I've just kind of been. I think I'm in the same one. I don't know.
I haven't seen that shit in a while. Wow.
But somebody said, hey, this is a sad day for the community because yet another place has closed. And you think, I know we're big Lucky's fans, but we forgot about, Bungalows closing, which was
Bungalows, I wasn't that upset.
No, and again, but the idea was, and then, recently Fridays just closed not too long ago. That hasn't been prominent in, a while. But
what do you think the reason for this is because obviously people drink around here.
Yeah.
So
cheers.
What is the issue? Is it? I think I know what it is. I think the rent or the lease for these places are just too high.
Dude, everything's so damn expensive, man.
Yeah.
And I want to say that's probably what it is because this person in particular was just like, hey, man, you know what? You guys might feel a certain way about this place, but this is where you drink now. This is where you eat sometimes. Support your local business, right?
Yeah.
And I think some of the maybe downfall on that side was and I think a lot of people around here can say this.
Technically, that wasn't a local business. That was corporate owned. I think it was at the beginning. It was a franchise, and then they switched owners or whatever, and then the corporate took it over. That's why it was never like really taken care of after that because corporate just didn't give a fuck.
Yeah, because I know that the people that were at least managing wanted to do certain things, but corporate wouldn't allow them to do that, and that does kind of turn people away from certain events. It's like, I can only remember one, maybe 2 times that they actually held like a big UFC or boxing match in that.
Well, they only did that because that was right after Lucky's closed.
And it's like, why not continue to do this? It brings revenue. It brings people in. It might bring some riffraff in. Yeah, I understand that.
Part of it was the riffraff, I think. Because especially boxing, and again, I know this for a fact, so I don't want anybody to be like, "Oh, you're generalizing or you're stereotyping." No,
Stop being douche, Jared.
I worked a bar at a door of a bar for a cumulative of 5 years, so I know what goes in and what goes out of it, as far as certain things that happen. I know UFC, you're gonna get a more a more respectable crowd. That's not the word I want either.
Tamed, maybe?
No. I guess respective is the word I'm looking for. Tame, I don't want to say tame either, because then you're going to get your wild ones. There's always
going to be some drunko at
There's
the bar.
always a few drunkies who think they can fight just because they see other guys fighting. It's like, bro, relax. You don't have any clue. This happened at Turtle recently. We were watching UFC, and this guy was screaming. He was like, "No, he could have done this. He should have done that. If he had been over here in half guard." I'm like, I'm just looking. I'm listening to him, and I'm telling him, and everybody else at the table, I'm telling them what would have happened and what did happen. And this dude's like, "No, that's not." I was like, "What belt are you?" He was like, "White belt." I was like, I trained for like 3 weeks. I'm like, exactly. And I just looked at G-Man.
Yeah.
He's not here right now, but you know who I'm talking about. I looked at him, and I was like, I
don't know what to tell you.
Yeah, there's always the one straggler that thinks they know everything about fighting. And I'm not saying I know everything about fighting, but I'm far more experienced than 98% of the motherfucking population out there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, and 98 sounds a lot, because I said this before. Men always think they can do 2 things better than anybody else: driving and fighting, and they're always wrong. So,
ooh, I like that.
That was a deep one, right? Oh no, it was your fucking stupid beer.
No, well, no. Honestly, dude, you're right. If I had to, I here will say it loud and proud on this show, the 235th episode, by the way, that I agree with Jared. Oh yeah, sorry about that. Here, we'll put that over here. No, but going back to the reason of closure, obviously it happened out of nowhere. I know unfortunately, I think some people were kind of anticipating it. I was hoping.
I mean, I had a feeling, especially when they changed the hours, which either way it was still stupid. But I don't know, man. The whole thing was dumb.
And now we're back at square one, and we're just gonna have to kind of go with the flow. You know what? I was telling people we should open our own bar.
I thought about it a while ago. I wanted to, but you got to have the capital.
In this day and age, that's we have to commit fraud to do that.
No, you have to get a loan, but
you have to, legally, yes,
yeah,
a loan.
I don't know, and people have tried it that we know already, but it's not easy, man. It's not an easy thing to do.
It's not. But
I don't know if I'd want to own one, to be honest.
Well,
I'd rather own it and not. But then it always happens, because that's what happens with Lucky's. Like, Marcus wanted to be a silent partner, but all the other shit happened, so he had no choice, because he had his money invested in it. So it's like, well, I guess I got to learn how to be a restaurant owner. And they did well for a while.
Yeah, I know, man. And that one will always sting in the core of all of our souls, especially locally.
That's everybody.
Yeah. And so just you have a place where a lot of us still gathered, even it's not the spot to go to by any means, but But damn, dude, you would think after all these other businesses out here that I don't think personally do very well, at least me, or
Well,
I wouldn't think they
there's
would.
nothing that's privately owned that does well anymore because, again, the rent is expensive. Because even, like, around the corner, that place does well because they're expensive as fuck. And
They are.
People look at it that way. You know what I'm saying? You're not going to see them, and they close fairly early, so you're not going to have that late night crowd doing wild shit because they don't know how to fucking handle their liquor, which we've seen plenty of that.
Oh, we've seen a lot of it.
And again, we're not naming names, but they're to blame. Those people who do that type of shit are to blame for that, for a lot of these. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It factors into it. They may not admit it, but that's the real shit.
Yeah, and I put it this way: if I was an owner or whatever it is, and I knew that a certain core audience was kind of taking away from the meat of the bone, and then it's like, hey, you know what? I got to cut this off to some degree, because you want to salvage the reputation you have as well. Because well, shit, there. I think that's another thing: the reputation of your establishment. I mean, I don't think.
Well, the food didn't help.
No, it did not. I will miss the crab dip, though. I thought the crab dip
No,
was
you
great.
won't.
Yeah, I will. I thought it was great.
I've known plenty of people that got sick off of that shit because it was not stored properly. And I'm not talking shit. Like, I'm just saying. Well, I am talking shit. I'm just saying what I've heard. And,
Okay.
And you know the funny part is, or not funny but ironic. When I was looking up the hours, when I sent you guys the thing, I went to like Yelp to see. I wanted to see more details. Maybe somebody put in there like why it was closing or whatever. So I went to see more detail, and I went on Yelp, and bro, those fucking reviews were brutal.
Yeah.
I was like, holy shit, no wonder.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
So, and I want to pick your brain a little bit, dude. So a certain us, the Lucky's crowd, the locals, we gravitated towards that place. We kind of made it our own for a while. Do you think that they catered to us too much that they just didn't care about?
Not at all.
You don't
Not
think
at
so?
all. It had
Okay.
nothing to do with us.
Okay.
Because
And I wasn't permanently thinking that, but in the back of my mind, I'm like, hey, did we just like kind of take it over?
No, you're giving yourself too much credit.
I wasn't even trying to do that, but that's
I
okay.
know, but I'm just saying, like, no, we weren't that important. But the reviews that I'm reading, and a lot of them will say where the people are from. They're not even from in town, and they're coming. They're coming in. They're like, oh, we wanted to watch so and so game, and we waited this long to get our food or to even get a server, and they were literally saying it was understaffed, which is 100% true.
It has been for a while.
Yeah, and it's like, what can you say to that if you're an owner of a business?
Yeah.
And you can't even
Do the
you can't do the bare minimum.
Yeah.
You know
The fundamentals
Yeah.
of working in the food service industry.
Yeah.
I'm
not putting this on anybody who works there. It's definitely higher than anybody who was working there. That would, in the Marine Corps we call it shit falls downhill. So when somebody does some shitty shit up top, it always goes down, and then the people at the bottom got to deal with the shit.
Yeah, it's like a giant turd ball.
Yeah, exactly.
And that just doesn't sound pleasant at all. Now that I think about it, I can see it in my head now.
But that's what was happening. So I blame the whole entire shit with this one.
Yeah.
This one closing. I blame it on the corporate shit. I don't blame it on anybody that worked there.
No,
I loved all those people, most of them, not all of them. But yeah, and it's a shame for them because now they got to fucking go find other shit. A lot of them were relying on that money, you know what I'm saying?
I mean, that's a dude, if you're a successful bartender, and we know quite a few.
I'm not just talking about them.
No, but no, I get you. You make some good money, and to go back out into the fray and kind of reestablish yourself.
Yeah, but
somewhere else.
bartenders got it easy. They can go somewhere else.
Well, if you're good at it.
What?
No, I'm just saying.
Everybody we're talking about was good at it.
Oh, I know. I was just
So
saying.
they have no problems.
Oh, I know, but
they probably already have something right now.
And we hope you do. But it just sucks because now.
No, it more sucks for us because we don't have anywhere to go.
Yeah, I mean, we can like, I don't know, we can go like get a tent and go camping if you want.
Nah, I'm good.
I was just throwing ideas out there. Camping's cool. We can look at the stars, eat some mushrooms, the legal ones, obviously, and just, do what we got to do.
Bro, oh my God, bro.
What is happening over there?
No, when people, I don't know, bro. Again, this week has been full of motherfuckers, and I don't care who fucking hears this shit. A bunch of fucking people who fucking say they're gonna do some shit and then don't do it, and that shit is, in my book, maybe it's just because it all was in 1 week. That shit in my book don't fly. Like, don't expect me to ask you or do anything for you ever again if you promise me you're gonna do some shit and you wait till the last minute to let me know that you can't, B, wait till the shit's over with to let me know. You know what I'm saying? Like, just the courtesy, at least the courtesy of saying, hey, I can't do this beforehand would be helpful. But I don't know.
Well, Jared Vince, folks, over there, I just want to make it very important and well known to all of you. You can catch us anywhere you get your podcasts. That is Apple Music, Spotify, all that good stuff. Live here on Twitch every Saturday night around 6:30 p.m.-ish. And Monday on YouTube for the visual. Make sure you click that notification, that little bell down there. Ding, 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 ding. It's like you won the lottery when you hear the sounds of our voice. Check us out. It's always really good. So, I guess moving on, I saw something this week that kind of piqued my interest a little bit, and it went a little over my head a little bit, and I think you might be able to elaborate better because I was like, oh, shit, this is so scientific. And I know we've kind of been, at times, kind of deviating away from the mad scientist lab.
That's fine.
This is cool. I'm going to pick my phone up real quick. And I'm gonna pull this up, and I saw this last night, and I actually watched a small video on it, and I tried to absorb as much information off of it as I could.
Is this just what I got in the text?
No. Or I may have tagged you in it. I do not know.
No.
So, unlimited clean free energy, okay, has been a concept for a long time, and it has been kind of dissected over the course of time by multiple people in multiple ways. And then I watched this video last night, and again, I'm watching the internet. God only knows how true this stuff is, and I thought you might be able to elaborate a little better.
You could have sent that to me, and I could have put it up here so everybody could see.
This is true, but I also didn't want to send you a bunch of bullshit, or I thought, hot garbage. But every single person who has invented unlimited clean free energy has been found dead or by suicide. And I watched this video on it, and they threw out multiple names of people I've never heard of, okay, and their contribution to science and what it may have done for not only human civilization.
Who's the most prominent name on that list?
I have pictures. I cannot name a name, unfortunately.
Is Tesla on there?
From the video I saw, no.
Okay.
But
that sounds like a conspiracy theory thing.
It does, and that's why I didn't initially send it to you, because I was like, oh, maybe this is bullshit.
Now that's not to say that it's not possible that there's some basis behind it, but that doesn't compute.
So the very and since we're on it, I will tag you in the video or send it to you so you can kind of dissect it a little bit. Maybe you know some of these names. But they basically brought up multiple names in different times throughout the last, I don't know, maybe 50, 60, 70 years of people who were on the verge of making this major breakthrough or made a breakthrough and had to give a speech the next day. And then all these people were dead. And I was just like, oh, fuck.
Where did they have to give the speech to, or who were they giving the speech to?
I guess it would be to some level, some form of government, maybe.
That's where you fucking up.
Well, I mean, that's
shit
where,
like that. Because what's happening with that is, this is why I say it's plausible. Because even the way we do power now, like we get power in our homes now, is because people like Thomas Edison did not want it to be free to everybody. They wanted to make money off of it.
Yeah.
Tesla had a way to give it free to everyone, but they were like, nah, fuck that. We're going to use this. That's why we have the difference between AC and DC current. They wanted to, and I can't remember the difference of what we use now. I think it's AC in the house.
Yeah.
But anyway, that was a way they could figure out how to regulate and charge people for it. So that's why they went with that, and that's why they was like, "Nah, Tesla, you shut the fuck up. You don't know nothing." And they kind of demonized him, and he's one of those people. That's why I was like, "Is Tesla on that list?" Because he should be number one on that list as far as people come up with unlimited power and power that basically free power. Because if they can't charge for it, then they're not making their money. And guess where the biggest names in this country made their money from? And i.e. Rockefeller, Rothschilds they're like UK or whatever, because they own the banks. There's the ones who started banks and shit. That's where Federal Reserves come from, and we're getting into some deep shit.
Yeah,
right
no.
now.
So, dude, that when I saw this, because I had that idea in my head, I was like, all right, like, we're getting deeper into the podcast episodes. We're doing this, we're doing that. And I'm like, you know what? I was like, and I just stumbled upon this. I was like, holy fucking shit. I was like, this is perfect. I was like, there's free energy and everybody's dead. And I was, kind of, I wouldn't say perturbed by it, but I was like, I was, scratching my chin hairs, like, let me look into this. And it is kind of nuts from just what I saw. And again, I will send it to you. But it's crazy because that shit might not be too far from the truth. Because if we can provide clean, free energy for everybody, then you're right. People are losing millions and billions of dollars.
Well,
and that's no bueno. And
that's something I've
society.
Been kind of thinking about recently. So they say you always hear. I mean, we always say there's extremes on both sides of the fucking fence, right? And then there's always a side when you hear a certain argument. If you're a little bit left, or I guess I'll be that way. If you're a little bit left, then there's always the right is gonna say, "Well, you're not American because you don't believe in capitalism. You only believe in socialism." No, it's not that I don't believe in capitalism. I don't believe in gluttony.
Yeah.
Which is funny or / ironic because people who are usually hardcore capitalists are also hardcore right wingers.
Yeah.
Which are also hardcore religious. So there's a little irony going on in there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then again, you have the hardcore socialist, the left side, which is extreme socialism, which we know doesn't work because look at countries like Cuba or Russia or China. I mean, China works because they copy everything and then they just fucking mass produce it and then they're just sell it for cheaper.
Yeah.
That's fine. But you don't get any innovation out of that. That's where capitalism comes in. That's why we have, as America, have been so dominant for so long, aside from stealing Nazi scientists for nuclear weapons and rockets, but that's neither here nor there.
America.
But because of that mixing bowl, the ideas that are the best always rise to the top. And people have learned to, again, capitalize on that. So that's why they They're capitalists. You know what I'm saying?
It's oh man, dude. There's like
It's
so
a
many
political science.
Yeah, I
Hey,
know.
political science class right here, guys.
Political science. Oh my God! Finally, we've found our mecca. We have found.
No, it's just another form of science. I hate politics, but
We do not like.
I remember I took I was in community college and I was taking business courses, but one of the classes I had to take was political science, and this teacher, man, she was tough, and I didn't pass that class, but I learned a lot. She was a really tough fucking professor, but I learned a lot just on just how the shit works. You know what I'm saying? But between that and then my business professor, he was a French dude from France, obviously, but he was also in the cars. So we always learned how marketing worked through cars, like the car industry.
I mean, it's a good way to look at it. Yes.
Yeah, and then part of that was like packaging, because it was the 4 Ps: packaging, pricing, product.
Excuse me.
And I forgot. Maybe it was the 3 Ps. I don't know. Anyway, but either way, so like this is why you're like so in love with this shit, because you like the way it looks.
Well,
I look at it, I'm like, what? But see, part of the packaging also has to include, because a lot of people who drink these IPAs we're talking about, they're gonna want to look at the percentage of alcohol, because usually they just want to have a couple beers, get fucked up, and then be done with it.
Yeah.
So it has to be readily available for me to see it.
Yeah.
I could care less about the can. Like, now the Voodoo Rangers ones are cool, but that novelty wore off for me a while ago. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a skull with a fucking hat, and yeah, great, awesome.
Well, I think what's kind of because I'm not a IPA guy. I've never been an IPA guy,
we know.
Yeah,
Can't handle them.
That is not true, sir. That is not true. I can hold it down and I can throw it down. I might hurt the next day, but I don't really do that too much anymore, or if at all. No, so I went over to the local superstore this afternoon after getting my hair cut after, months on end. And I was like, you know what? It's Memorial Day weekend. I was like, I already had the can that you have. I had a small 6-pack in the fridge. And I was like, you know what? I was like, I want to make sure we just, because...
First of all, you'll never have the can that I have. Where's my rim shot?
You have a rim shot? That... I know what you mean, but burn in hell. Anyway.
What up, Londa?
Londa, what's up, man?
He said, nice haircut.
Oh, thanks, man. I appreciate it, dude. I've needed it for a while, but life happens. But we're here. And so after I got my haircut, it was still pretty early in the afternoon, dude. It was like 1:30. And I was like, all right, I need to go home, do a couple small things. I have something I'll talk about here in a little bit going on. But I was like, you know what, man, it's Memorial Day weekend. It's finally hot out. The pool's open today. Summer is kind of finally upon us. And, it always just gets me in a good, I'm a stickler for these things, just the holiday spirit, if you want to call it like a holiday. It is. And
it's not a holiday, first of all.
Yes, sir. I'll let you do it.
No, you do it. You tell them what it's actually for.
It's for our brothers and sisters who did not come home. So God bless. Yeah, God bless all of you. And you're the reason
our brothers and sisters in what?
In arms? In war?
Yes.
Yeah,
yes.
In arms. Yeah. Yes, sir. All right. So that's the only time you're ever gonna hear me be like completely proper on the show.
No, fuck that. Like, no. People need to know and stop acting like, oh, this is it's supposed to be happy up. No, it's not happy. It's a time of mourning. It's called Memorial Day.
Yeah, Memorial Day. And it is a day for you to remember and you to celebrate the freedoms that those who did not come home do no longer have, but that you do. America. And so, I'm walking in. Obviously, the Super Center is packed. And I'm talking about Wegmans, by the way. And I go in there, and I'm like, man, I can't believe it. I haven't been in there in a little bit. I'm not going to lie to you.
I go in there all the time.
So does my family, but I'm always at work, and they're like, hey, we'll do it. I'm like, yeah, no problem. But I wanted to make sure that with the show today and just with the weekend upon us, the 3-day holiday weekend for a lot of people, it might not be everybody. And if you do have to work Monday, big shout out to you, because I know that probably hurts your soul a little bit. because I know that feeling.
If they didn't serve, then they can go ahead and keep working.
Yeah, that's right. And so I decide
I have no sympathy for that. like if you no. See, what has happened is this shit. We're going back to capitalism. This consumer capitalist bullshit has taken over the shit for them to make more money, as opposed to using it what it was originally used for. So I will fucking firmly put my foot down. If you got to work and you didn't serve, oh well, bring that check home, motherfucker. Goodbye.
All right, and you are the weakest link.
Yeah,
right?
pretty much.
Yeah, so
I don't give a fuck about that.
Yeah.
Oh, you got to work on Monday. I don't give a fuck. You earn your days off. God damn it. There's a reason motherfuckers work to get to where they are. You earn your days off. You don't just get days off. Fuck that. Are you crazy?
I don't think I am, and I try not to be.
Nah, man. You earn your days off.
You earn that shit, motherfucker, because earning it is American.
No, it's just it's a non-lazy way of living life.
Okay. Don't be lazy. Be American.
No, don't be lazy. That doesn't matter where you are from in the world. I just realized recently I despise lazy.
You know what's American? Being international. So there's nothing. Don't be lazy internationally, because that's un-American.
That sounds like a colonist fucking thought.
I'm trying here. I'm you fucking asshole. So I go into Wegmans. You know, obviously the place is fucking packed. Everybody's buying their burgers, their dogs, their condiments. God only knows what for their holiday weekend. And I was like, all right, man. You know what? I was literally on the hunt to try to find beer, like different beer. And so I went over to the massive catalog that they have of wine and God only knows, domestic, whatever it is.
Oh, yeah, trying to find wine in that place is like fucking searching for a fucking needle in the haystack.
But we have a good friend that works there who will always help us find what it needs. Our buddy Austin. My buddy Austin, shout out to you, brother. He works I
didn't know he worked there.
Yeah,
I thought he was like a cook or some shit.
No. He is literally, he runs that department.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. He runs that department.
That's what's up. Shout out to Austin.
Yeah. So
if I had known that, I'd been there every fucking day.
So I didn't get to say hi to him today. I saw the back of his head from like 30 people away, but he looked like he was busy, so I didn't want to bother him. But still, shout out to you, sir. Because he's good friends with my sister. He's super wonderful to my mom. He's an awesome guy.
Oh, he's a cool dude.
And so I walked up. And
sometimes overly nice. I'm like, hey, bro, I don't know if I trust you with all this niceness.
That's just how he is, man. He's a big teddy bear. He'll tell you that.
Extra nice people throw me off.
Yeah, because they will probably put you in the trunk of their car.
Broke my glasses. God damn it.
Oh, dear God. But that's okay.
I had to take them off. I was tired of them anyway.
But so I'm walking around, the wine aisle for a second because I don't know where the fuck I'm going. So I'm trying to be, smart.
Go to the Virginia aisle.
I think I was in the Virginia aisle. I didn't know. The bottles were fancy. Some of them I saw were like $60, $70, and I was like, oh, this must be some high-class shit.
Some guy that owns a pizza place around here will tell you Californias are better, but Virginias are better. Californias seem watered down to me.
Yeah, and if you've got a problem with that, you can come over here and tell us.
For real.
Yeah, just sit down. And we've got an empty chair. But so I'm looking at everything, and I agree with your sentiment. Obviously, who's somebody who doesn't drink wine, I'm thinking like, holy fuck, how is there this much type of wine in the world, right? Like, holy fuck. Like, there's like shelves of it, and I'm reading
it. They got Australia.
It's crazy to me.
Yeah, they're everywhere. But you got to remember, like grapes can grow pretty much anywhere. How the wine tastes depends on the climate that it's grown in.
And I understand that.
And I think there's parts of the United States that line up with, like, as far as the longitude and latitude. Well, not obviously not the latitude, but the longitude, I think. They line up with parts of France and Italy.
All right.
So that's why we can get the same style or as good as they get. Plus
Okay.
the sunshine and because we got the same, not the same. We don't have the same climate across the country. We have many different climates. We got tropical, we got woodlands, we got desert, we got mountains. We got everything here.
Yeah.
And then they say this is why. See, look, there's this thing on TikTok. I mean to cut you off, but
oh, you're good, brother.
There's this thing on TikTok how Americans are like dumb and how they're untraveled, and it was like, first of all, you haven't been here. If you think we're dumb, then you haven't been here.
Oh, yeah, we're not.
There are some dumb
we're not
people,
dumb.
but
There are a lot of dumb people.
Guess what? There's dumb people everywhere.
You're dumb.
We're not as well traveled because, first of all, this country is big as fuck.
Big as shit.
I said what, like 3,000 miles across. Relax.
Okay.
And if we want to go to another country, say we want to go to Europe, we got to take a plane ticket, and that shit costs money. If you live in Europe, you can just drive from country to country. We drive from state to state. Those are our countries. So, just saying.
That was awesome. And I would.
What do you mean it was awesome?
I was just trying so hard not to say like what was it, ad lib everything you
said.
said.
Oh yeah, please. This is not our fucking rap song.
It can be. So I'm sitting there, I'm staring at all the wines. There was a pretty good looking woman next to me too. And I'm
was Wegmans, baby.
Yeah, and I'm like, I'm trying to look smart in my fancy shoes, my work shoes, and I was like, I don't know what the fuck I'm looking at.
You did not look smart.
I was like, you know what? I was like, I'm not doing this right now. I've been up since early this morning, and I was like, let me find the beer.
You know, I'm sorry. I keep.
It's okay.
You keep giving me some shit.
It's all right.
That apparently that's a place to find. There again, this is TikTok. I stay on TikTok way too much. There's always chicks saying, "Where do I find good men?" And then they'll suggest like go to the hardware store and this, that, and the other thing. And like, we're like, look, we got to eat too.
Yeah.
You know, if y'all going to the grocery store, we're gonna be at the grocery store. I'd be seeing some bangers in fucking grocery stores.
Oh, dude, there are some.
You know what? Nobody ever talks to anybody because these days it's like
it's
you're
hard
a creep.
to talk. Yeah, dude, we can touch on that in just a
second.
second.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, you're good. So I'm spinning my head around because I'm like, all right. I was like, I know the beer's got to be here somewhere, and then I turn 180 and it's a boo right there, and I was like, oh, the Mecca. I felt like I had found fucking gold or whatever the case. So I walk over, and then I start looking at every damn type of IPA that there is. Shit I've never heard of, never seen. And I'm just looking at how colorful the advertisement is. And I was looking for one in particular. Unfortunately, I found out it is seasonal, and it's not out right now.
A lot of those stuff are seasonal.
Which I do understand.
Like you're not going to see this in the wintertime.
I know, and it's crazy. I just got that at a local
That
gas
one's year
station.
round. But
so after a good 15 minutes of looking like I was going to just steal everything because I feel like I was doing that, I was like, and I was like poking at it, and I was like,
now you know what it means to be black in a store.
We are black in a store. Yeah, anyway. But I'm looking at stuff, and I'm like, oh, I wouldn't mind. There was obviously due to the color scheme and everything, I was like, oh, I wouldn't mind trying that. I was like, oh, this has fruit. Oh, this has, supreme wheat ale or, and I was just kind of slightly captivated by it. But at the same time, I wasn't willing to risk the importance of this podcast or our taste buds to chance with
Why
certain
not?
things.
We did that. That's how we started this.
That is exactly how we started this show. Oh, my God.
This guy.
What?
How little and soon we forget, ladies and gentlemen. We started the podcast. For anybody who doesn't know, if you go back to episode 1, which is on YouTube.
One fall.
Episode 1 of the Mad Scientist Lab, we were going to taste a different beer every episode. And we kind of did that for a while. Then sometimes we would get one and be like, oh shit, we are fucked up. And then I'd start talking about science.
Dude, we did get fucked up, dude.
And then there was one night we did a late one, and I don't think all of it got recorded, but most of it got recorded. Oh no, we didn't put it out because we were worried about like what people thought about how drunk.
Well,
we were.
dude,
I still put it out later though.
We were just real quick. When we were in the very, the birth stages, like you just came out of the womb of the podcast. Obviously, we knew what we thought we were doing. We didn't know any better, and it shows. It definitely shows. If you scroll this back almost a whole calendar year, we're getting close to that to a degree. We got kind of fucked up for a little while, but it was good and it was great. But so I found a variety pack, and I was looking at it, and I was like, oh, I look like the typical like American that I can't make up my mind. I don't have a decision to make.
Oh shit! Keep going. No,
and
sorry, I was looking. Oh, here it is.
So I found, is that the original?
Yep. Hold on. Keep going. Keep
going. Man, dude, I'm sorry. I'm just captivated by that at the moment. But so I saw the Juice Force that I'm currently drinking. I was like, you know what? I know Jared likes that. I like it too. There's like 800 different options. Do you know what was hard though? I found this initially in the variety pack.
This dick? Oh, sorry.
No, not at all. But I found this in the variety pack, and I was just like, no. I was like, why can't I just find like maybe a 6-pack of it or a 12-pack?
You can. That's usually at the store.
So it took me a good 10 minutes because everything is so fucking colorful, Jared. And I finally spotted it. I was like, oh shit, there it is right there. I found my 12-pack of this drink that we're having right now, and I'm sipping on it currently. And I just wanted to do something different for the holiday weekend. But, dude, there's a lot of IPAs out there. I know I always say they taste the same, but the one that you're drinking and the one that we have.
Next time, ask my opinion.
Okay, what?
I don't really drink IPAs anymore.
Well, neither do I.
I came off of it. I'm back on mostly like light beers, but then I'll drink like Kessler's or whatever.
Yeah, and I do have my light beer down here. This is obviously the only one because we do know the power of these things. Like you were saying, hey, what's the percentage of alcohol on this? Like what can I use as a connoisseur? Oh my God, that's us.
That's episode 1.
Oh man, dude, talk about super throwback, dude. And it's got my name in it, RJ the Pizza Guy.
Mm-hmm.
Man, dude, talk about.
I need to find that fucking poster. I mean, I can buy another one, but that one had the headshots in it.
So,
but I'm that good of a shot that I can just do it over and over again.
You're probably right, but this is crazy that we literally were just sitting on your couch and we were just like, hey, we're gonna do this, and now we're here many years later
in a fucking studio,
doing bigger things. But you're right, I did forget that. You know what's crazy? I actually, now that you say that, I remember.
Yeah, because the fucking refrigerator was right next to you.
Oh, and here it is, the big announcement that I've been waiting for.
Yeah. I could have got the one. Okay, keep going.
So, I as much as I do on this show, I don't do anything. I don't contribute.
That's not true.
I don't want anybody to enjoy.
I don't know, G-Man. Let us know where we're going after after the show.
G-Man, what's up? But I decided today. And since it's an American holiday, there's nothing more American than keeping your beer cold or your whiskey or your ice. So I'm going to be proud to announce that the Mad Scientist Lab, since the original episodes, we are getting a mini fridge down here. Can I get a round of applause, Jared,
yes,
please?
As soon as I find it.
As Jared finds that, man, a mini fridge is something... That is still kind of long, and now that I think about it.
That's fine. I was trying to switch to my camera while it was going on, but...
So, I just... Something was killing me. And do you know what it was? Is the fact that I decided to buy so much beer this weekend for no reason in particular, and then I look at my refrigerator, and I'm like, oh my God, my family
it's full.
probably...
Got you.
It's full. And I was like, you know what? We need more space.
So... we need a fucking producer. That's what we need.
Anybody want to produce for us?
No, we can't afford to pay them. So,
we can give you beer.
That would be a good one.
Hey, man, if you produce for us, we'll give you beer, and then me and Jared will.
That way, I don't have to fucking do this all the time, and somebody else can do that, and I can concentrate on talking and that stuff.
We'll give you beer.
And then when we have a guest, it'll be easier for me to go back and forth. I'm like,
beer.
But that's what makes it special.
and I'm
That's
gonna
it.
think of
That's
a food.
it. No, that's
just
it.
beer.
Yeah,
Okay.
They don't get nothing.
Well, you need to eat before you get the beer, so you're not too fucked up. But so we've got a mini fridge on the way.
Might have to put it somewhere over there.
That is completely fine. But we have one on the way. We should have it in time for next week's show.
It would be dope to put it here, but I don't know with all the lights and shit.
So I will say I was looking for the best bang for my buck. Okay. And I wasn't looking for anything crazy. Dude, mini fridges are pretty elaborate. Some have freezers.
Well, if you had let me know, I could have brought. I still have the. That's the one that I had is still available, but you don't want to put it on just the carpet. You want to put it on something.
So that's when I was elaborating. I was like, where do I put this? And how do I put this? Or whatever it is. So I was trying to be relatively inexpensive, and I got it for a good price. It's about 3 feet tall, okay, and
About the size of the one I had, maybe a little taller.
yeah, I would say it's just maybe a tad bit bigger.
It is 3 feet. Mine's more like 2 feet.
But the cool thing is, it does come with its own mat that it sits on. That way, it's not sitting on the carpet, okay. And then the mat is, it is. What is it? I was about to say dishwasher friendly. It is. It's. You can throw it in your washer. You can clean it. And it has, I think, like 3 or 4 layers of what is it? Containment, I guess. If that's not the word I want to use.
If it leaks or whatever.
Well, I hope it doesn't.
Oh,
do
you
that.
mean like a lip?
Yeah. So I think we can put quite a bit in there. Not that we need a lot of space anyway, but for all intents and purposes, to create the clutter from that's happened in the corner for almost many years now,
or to get rid of the clutter.
Yes.
The RJ clutter.
Yes, it is solely my fault, and it will forever be my fault.
This is true, and usually I'll be bullshitting, but this one is true.
It's true. It's damn true.
My God.
So we should have that by next week, so we can maybe attempt to show it off to some degree.
No, we don't got to show shit up. Fuck these motherfuckers. We don't got to show it off, but we can go in and reach into it and grab shit out of it.
And I can just come down here. Pop a few of whatever.
Maybe we'll ask Hamza over again because he wants to do the show on a regular basis now. Maybe he can come over and.
Oh, and shout out to Hamza. Hopefully well, I'm glad he's alive.
Yeah, he's alive. He was supposed to come to the show this week, and he was. He was one of the disappointments this week.
Well, you know what? After giving us such a fucking stellar 2 hours last week, I'm gonna let it pass.
Speaking of that, G-Man, you missed the announcement. This Tuesday, we're doing Jokes Out of the Bag.
Out of your bag?
No, out of the bag.
The bag.
Out of the bag. It's
a
bag that sits up on a stool next to the comedian, so they have to draw out of the bag.
The bag.
Out of the bag.
All right, I like this.
Sure. You can add a comment. Like,
somebody asking you something weird.
He's like, "Can I do a joke?" Like, yeah. Just put your topic in the bag, and then somebody will draw it, and then they'll do a joke off of it. That's how it works.
No, but you were talking earlier how successful that idea was for you guys for your stand-up.
Yeah, it was fun.
And
it's fun for everybody. It's fun for the audience. It's fun for the comedians.
And I think that's fucking cool as shit, dude. I really do.
Yes, you can do one out of the bag. It's still open mic, but yes, you can do one.
No, but I think that's cool that you took something that, you and especially your comedic buddies have been working on for, a while now. It's like, hey, how can we just add a little zest to this?
Well,
but it worked for you. And I think that's fucking cool as shit, dude.
it's not a fully original idea.
Nothing's original anymore, sir.
I definitely got it from somewhere else. And it's been done several times in different ways. But I thought, because I was finally able to get a piece of video that I was able to put out, because like I want to put more out, but like I don't want to put video out of shit of jokes that I'm currently working on.
Yeah.
Because I'm not getting paid. Like, I'm working on my act still. You know what I'm saying? So like, if I just put jokes out there, then I can't use those jokes ever again, no matter where I go, because especially if it blows up. But it's a double-edged sword. But at the same time, it could blow me up. You know what I'm saying? Some people might like that joke very, very much. You know, whatever. But I used that. So I used a couple jokes in a video, and I was like, all right, you know what? It's time to write new shit because I'm tired of this shit. I would still use it, but I'm just tired of it, and I'm getting bored with it, and I want to write more. So I thought it'd be a good idea, and I thought it would help all the comedians too, if we just come up with some shit. And I told them beforehand, I was like, look, make sure you all record your shit, or either video or audio, and then even if you're not an improvist, because one comedian was like, oh, I'm not good at improv. I'm like, it's not really about improv. It's more about whatever comes out, what is sparked in your head that you can come up with. And you might say something that might be funny as fuck, but if you treat it like, oh, I can't do this, then of course you're gonna be trash at it. So nobody really didn't try, but there's just, I don't know. I think some people kind of get intimidated. But you can't really get it. First of all, like, I try to make that place a place for comics where they don't. There's no need to be intimidated because you're not gonna be. This is not the fucking Showtime at the Apollo. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is a place where, like, look, at the least we can work on new shit. At the most, we can work on shit that we're about to do on the bigger stage. Because that's how I use it. If I want to work on new shit, I'm putting it out there, and I'm all right, that worked. I record it, and then I come back to it later and try to work it into something better. If say I'm going back to Austin and I'm trying to get on Kill Tony again,
yeah,
I'm gonna fucking be working my fucking 1 minute. So I can get that shit to a T, and then try to get maybe work on the interview a little bit. So I'm not. For me, it's a methodical thing, and I don't know if everybody sees it like that. But at the same time, I don't know how many people are trying to get to the level that I'm trying to get.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying I'm gonna be fucking Kevin Hart or any of the biggest names you've ever known. Some people might not even ever know who the fuck I am, which I'm fine with. But I want to be able to go to these clubs and say, hey, I can sell your club out. Pay me. You know what I'm saying? Because I want to travel. I want to go to different places, travel for the weekend, go do some shows, come back. Well, it's going to be hard. We have to figure out, because the weekends are usually when the shows are. So we have to figure out how the fucking podcast shit is going to work.
Well,
but we're not even near that point yet. You know what I'm saying? But that's the goal that I'm working towards, is being a road comic, doing shows on the weekends, coming back home, and then doing whatever the fuck.
It makes me think that when you have that level of going back to pulling the jokes out of the bag, I think, if anything, that helps in two ways. One, it makes maybe a new comic feel uncomfortable. Because they're like, oh shit, like.
Well, that's what I was saying.
Yeah.
One was like, well, I can't do improv. I'm like, anybody asked you to do improv? We just asked you to read a fucking topic and then say what you think about it.
And then it also would probably help you at some point, going back to what you were saying, even if you read it and you didn't agree with it, it's just sparked something in the back of your mind, like, oh shit, like, I know what I can do with this, or it reminds me of something that I can do with this.
No,
yeah,
that's exactly 100% what it is. It's like, who says you have to agree with it? It could say, matter of fact, I should write this one down. It could say communism. Someone picks out communism. Of course, nobody in America should agree with it, but it might spark some shit in your head. Like, you know what? I was thinking about blah, blah, blah the other day, and blah, blah, blah. That's all it is. It's not like you have to fucking be rigid to the shit. And if you don't like it, and I tell them, I'm like, if you don't like that, bro, the bag is filled with shit.
Yeah.
I still have a bunch left over from last week, and I'm going to add some more just to fucking have. That way there's no end to the topics.
Yeah.
So when they pull the shit out, they don't have to worry about like, oh well, nah, I don't like this. Okay, throw it away. There's no, it's loose and fun, and we're here to have fun. There's nothing. You're not obligated to do a fucking thing.
You ain't obligated.
But at least try. I do ask that. Like if you pull something out, at least try to see if you can come up with something. Why is that funny?
Nothing, dude. I just
That's just the truth.
No, but I just think it's fucking awesome how I feel like everything in recent weeks we've been saying just comes together. Like it's like not Elmer's glue. I mean, Elmer's glue is good. Don't sniff it, by the way. It never did.
It's a slow. It's definitely a slow culmination of a lot of things. But again, it's from work, bro. It's not from. I'm not gonna say what I was gonna say.
It's all right.
It's not from laying around and just fucking not doing shit. It's from fucking having a goal and working the plan to get to the goal. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
We wouldn't be here. I wouldn't have been able to show. We wouldn't have been able to show what we showed from that fucking first episode
That's crazy.
to what we are now.
Is there a date on that episode just to give people an idea? And I don't want to go any further.
I'm not going to go back to it, but
you know, kind of to reiterate what Jared is saying, you know, he's got the comedy show, which has been pretty successful.
7 years ago.
7 years ago.
Yep.
Holy fucking crap balls, dude.
I'll pull it up just so people can see for sure.
And you can see it right here. That is the original.
Like, share, subscribe, by the way. We should be way higher on subscriptions.
This is the original episode, and we're talking about 7 years of doing podcasts. Now, to be fair on our end, before we go tooting our own horns, because we're going to do it anyway, is there was a time.
It was like a year and a half to 2 year break in between.
And do you know why we started doing it again? Is because people said, "Hey, why the fuck are you not doing this?"
Well, there was a combination of a couple things, but yes, there was a lot of people because they were asking you a lot.
They were asked. I felt like I was asked by a lot of people. It was kind of weird. I was kind of like weirded out.
But you
by
were
it.
out more than I was at the time. I couldn't really be out.
Well, I also did work down the road from.
Yeah, but I also couldn't be out because people didn't want me to be in that place for whatever fucking reason. It was like, although I met you in this fucking place,
we do
dumb
whatever,
fuck.
whatever.
God, man,
Forget about it. Eat your bread.
I wasted a lot of time trying to think that I wanted the white picket fence and fucking 2 kids and a baby and a wife and shit. Like, I wasted a lot of time on a lot of shit.
Well, I don't think that idea is bad. I think I really don't. I'm never gonna.
No, the idea's not bad, but maybe I don't know. Maybe I was so. You know what? Because I got the job at Howard, and I was like, you know what? Now it may be time because I got this prestigious job. It might be time to fucking be a fucking husband and have kids and all this other shit. Nah, man, it was. I don't think it is or ever will be for me.
Well, we'll see. And
it's getting pretty late in the game, buddy.
I don't want you to ever put any self.
It's like 4th down and fucking 10 with 1 minute left.
Well, I've seen some games won, sir, so you need to shut the fuck up. And I've seen some very good games won, sir, and I will not elaborate any further on that. But
oh shit, Greg, what up? Thanks for the follow, buddy.
Okay. Greg?
He's not in the chat, but I just saw Go Ahead Young follow us.
What's up, buddy? Hey, Big Greg. But there was a time where we didn't do this, and it was weird. It kind of happened all simultaneously. I'd be sitting there, hanging out, kind of vibing.
Wait, elaborate on what? What do you want? He said no, elaborate. I wasn't talking about you. Although you need to bring your ass back over here.
You're always welcome to come over. Mom says hi. All right. And people walked up to me and they're like, "Hey man, what about that podcast?" I'm like, "What the fuck are you talking about?" They're like, "Well, it was really good. Why don't you do it?" And I was like, "Well, And then, when I'm going, well, everybody's like, oh, those are excuses. You're a man. You need
Are you sure that wasn't me?
Well, a lot of people, after talking to you and knowing you for so long, when I hear somebody that's like, oh, aren't you a man? It sounds like you in my head. So
I don't say, aren't you a man? I never say that. I do.
It's called satire.
I get you, but I do say you're making excuses. You know what? I don't even say excuses because I learned that from one of my martial arts instructors. We don't call them excuses because it's a not so much a derogatory thing, but people look down on it. So that's why you say reasons. Everybody has their reasons.
Yeah.
Which is definitely a softer way of saying you got excuses for some shit.
Yeah.
But people do have reasons for why they can't do things.
I understand that.
So it's a little lighter, but still. And a reason is still an excuse.
Yeah, I agree with that. But at the time, obviously, and put it this way, dude, you were talking about like, hey, I felt like I was this, and that at the time, dude. We're different people than we were a week ago or 2 weeks ago.
Oh, trust me, I know I'm very different than I was 2 weeks ago.
So that is just us kind of learning as we get, our aging that's a part of growth and that's a part of human nature, and it's not a bad thing. And I used to think that it's like, oh man, like, well, I got to do this. I got to do what? I'm not talking about responsibilities. I'm talking about personal growth. Regardless, people, I would say maybe for a 2 or 3 week period, randomly, not every day, but some days, they'd be like, hey, man, why don't you do that anymore? And it's like, well, I work this, job now. I'm in charge of a bunch of people. I was like, the guy I do it with is got this, job at one of the most prestigious.
No, say what you wanted to say, motherfucker.
Well, wait. No. We're not going to do that. We're not going to do that.
Got this job at this. That's not what you wanted to say.
No. I was going to say this.
Say what I wanted to say, please.
What? I was going to say a prestigious university.
Oh, okay.
Oh, that's what I was going to say.
That's not what I was going to say.
Well, you work there, so you're going to say something.
No,
different.
I wasn't going to say. It wasn't about work.
Well, we ain't gonna. No, we're not doing that. No. Well, this is America. Happy Memorial Day, folks.
What the fuck does that got to do with anything?
I don't know. I just find it funny in my own mind. But a couple people came up to me and they're like, "Hey, like, why don't you guys do this?" And then somehow in the mix, me and you ran into one another. It's like, "Hey, you want to do this again?" They were like, "Yeah." And here we are. And we are. I think we put too much pressure on ourselves sometimes. You especially. Here.
Oh, I do. I do a lot.
Yeah. You especially. This podcast is very successful. I don't give a fuck about the numbers. I don't give a fuck about any of that. I mean, it's cool to look at, but I'm going to tell you something. When people talk about a local podcast, they know it's the Mad Scientist Lab. And I think at the end of the day, if we ever make it, to the stratosphere or what, people know who we are and they respect this podcast. I've never heard anybody badmouth what we do, and I think that is a massive, massive win. And that's what RJ feels, using his freedom of speech here, because America.
That's the difference between RJ and me. Like, I have this hole that needs to be filled, and he's fulfilled. I'm like, no. First of all, we don't have this and this and this and blah blah blah, and my comedy career is blah blah. Like.
Well, I mean, everybody wants their holes filled.
Whoa.
I did that on purpose.
I need you to relax. This guy.
You might need to edit that out of the show.
Epic came in the building.
Oh, my God. Rick Favre, baby. Rick Favre.
He dropped 10 gifted.
10 gifted subs from the Epic man himself?
Sorry, I've been busy lately. Next week I shall be here without fail. Enjoy the rest of the weekend. You too, buddy.
Yeah, hey, Epic, thank you, brother. Go out, kill animals, be American, cut down a tree, climb a tree, plant a tree. Be an environmentalist. But I know that whatever you do, it's going to be American. And that's what I care about.
He's definitely doing some American shit this week.
He's definitely doing some American
Epic,
shit.
before you go, by the way, I just learned that, and I don't know for sure, but I may make a trip up to Madison because there's a few comedy clubs up there. And apparently that area loves comedy. So I might have to make a trip up there and see what's up.
So they like comedy?
Yeah.
Do they laugh?
I guess. I mean, that's what that means.
No.
The fuck's wrong with you?
No, I don't know. fuck's wrong with you?
But anyway, I heard there's a good club up there that a lot of comedians like to go to.
Hey man, if we're going clubbing with Jared Leigh because that's where we're going to see all the titties. I'm just telling you,
bro.
What am I supposed to say?
I'm not getting fucking bro. I'm not famous. You're not getting no pussy because of me. Fucking get it on your own.
Damn it!
What? Don't use my fucking shit. I'm working on my shit for me. I said this week, I was like, look, I'm still waiting for this comedy shit to pay off for some pussy. It ain't fucking paid off yet.
Yeah. I feel like
just like you should be waiting for this damn podcast to pay off for some pussy, bitch.
Dude. Well, first of all, I'm a handsome man. All right. Don't you like being a handsome man, Jared? We're handsome people. This is the Mad Scientist Lab podcast. And before I just go on some raging tangent,
you ever thought about this? This is some side shit.
All right, I like side shit.
And I don't want to sound vain either. But you ever thought that you might be too handsome for some people?
Well, I want to say yes and no. I would definitely go more no because that's just me being a insecure douchebag. No, but I understand that thought process because I have met some people that were really into me, and I'm like, why the fuck?
Because think about this. If you're in front of a beautiful girl, like, how do you feel in front of a beautiful girl? Like, you don't want to, like, say, oh, hey, you want to go out? You know what I'm saying? Like, this is, again, this might be my insecurities now.
Yeah, all right. I like
but
this.
But it's like, but you never know because she might just be just as intimidated as you are of her as she is of you.
And I think that's before we go any further, that is probably the best way to put it because.
But that fucking sucks though.
It does because nobody wins in that scenario.
Yeah.
You know.
And you could be fucking and making beautiful babies.
And just being happy and with the white picket fence and the dog.
Yeah, but instead,
who is the dog?
Instead, you're dealing with fucking all the other trolls out here.
So I look at it, yeah, you fucking trolls. Hey, guess what? Hey, Jared, can you put the camera on me?
It's on you.
Welcome to the internet. All right.
They
so
didn't hear the audio part.
You're on the internet. But no, dude. I've had some, put it this way. I have been fortunate enough to meet a lot of beautiful women in my life. Some of them, okay. Not that you haven't. Okay. All right. Okay. So we've both met very beautiful women. But I think for me personally, I think it depends on context and how it occurs.
I agree with that. I'm not just gonna I'm not gonna go to like we were talking about the grocery store. I'm not just gonna go to this fucking.
You like wine?
This damn near 9.
You want me to uncork your bottle? You know,
yeah, it's 9 or 10 in the fucking grocery store and be like, hey, you ever had shaved meat before?
Yeah.
You know,
dude, that should be the name of the episode. Shaved meat, dude. No, but seriously, but no, you're right because it's all situational. A lot of the at least the pretty girls I view as beautiful, I have randomly just met them through some random interaction that made it easier to get to know them. And it just makes it that much easier because approaching somebody in this day and age, not that you don't lack confidence, but dude, you could have the biggest swole confidence in the world. Like, hey, you want some of this shaved meat?
You were about to say swole, and I thought you were going a different direction.
I'm not talking about anatomy. That's not what I'm doing. Anatomy. But it's very situational. But then I meet some girls that are, it's like, oh, shit, you're pretty fine. And it's like, you know what? I don't think there's much I personally can do for you because everybody behind you that is staring at me right now while you're talking to me is like salivating at the mouth. You know what I mean? It's like everybody's like, "Oh, I gotta have."
Well,
it.
that's another issue.
And I'm not gonna.
I don't want to. Well, I don't want to say it's an issue, but I know where you're coming from that because yes, there are situations where it's like, this person feels you, and you feel that person, but then there's a whole plethora of other fucking sausages.
Yeah,
that is also trying to pursue that. But
And I'll
there's
tell
nothing
you,
you can really do about that.
no, no,
unless
you're right.
unless you're the more forward person. But at the same time, that person might like the fact that you're not the more forward one. You know what I'm saying? So it's damn if you do, damn if you don't type thing.
And it's one of those things, put it this way, I've realized that some of my best, I guess, criteria when it comes, let's use the old school term, spitting game. Yeah, like, don't, here, let's not sleep. We call it.
It's Riz these days,
yeah,
you fucking
Riz.
weirdo.
All right. I think a lot of people forget how much Riz I have. I do. A lot of my best game, it's all right. You can yell at me later. Dude, if you guys aren't around.
First of all, no, we're not coming. Okay?
Yeah, we're not. Not at all. Not currently, and maybe hopefully soon. But anyway.
Jesus Christ.
Anyway, moving forward. It's like, hey, my buddies aren't around. You can be yourself. But I think a lot of us, and this does apply to me too, dude, when you got your buddies around, and everybody's like, oh, is that your girl? Like, is that the woman you like? And it's like, oh, yeah, I like her. Like, do you know everything about her? It's like, man, why are you trying to ruin everything?
Okay.
Ooh.
Here's the thing about that. Here's what I've learned in the last few years. Don't bring them around.
Yeah.
Until you're like 100% sure about that person, don't bring them around.
Yeah.
Your homies are your homies just because they're whatever.
Yeah. Shout out to the homies.
But nah. Because, and same thing for her. Like, she shouldn't be bringing you around her girls either until y'all figure out what y'all actually are and what y'all are doing. Like, she shouldn't be bringing around you around her girls. And I know everybody wants to be like, oh, I want to, yeah, exactly. Go ahead, Young said it perfectly. Don't bring them around, period.
Yeah.
Until y'all, like, pretty much tied the knot, basically, because there's a lot of, and he knows. Oh, he said at all. I don't know. I think. Now that he's in here, now that he's in the chat, like we're on the same wavelength. Okay, I never.
What up, Greg?
Nah, so don't ever bring him around because he's right.
Dude,
He's right because
somebody's gonna try to.
I'm trying to say this I'm trying to say this the most politically correct way that I can say it, but it's not gonna come out politically correct. A lot of these motherfuckers only care about themselves.
Yeah,
and at the same time, and on the other end of the spectrum, the girl is only fucking caring about themselves. So they're just trying to fucking make themselves look the best that they can in front of everybody's eyes, no matter what.
Yeah, I think it's harder. Well, I think it's more complex for women than it is for guys. Because guys, dude, me and you could sit at a bar and I wouldn't give a shit who looks at us. But if you're
100% correct.
Yeah. If you're at a bar and there's a woman, obviously all attention is kind of deviated to her, and it does put more pressure on that person. Yeah. So I do understand that, and that might go into some sort of decision making with certain things. So there is a very large layer of
Greg, we need you back on the show, man.
Yeah. Don't.
You know what he said? He was like, "These niggas ain't your friends for real," and he's right. He's 100% correct.
Yeah, dude. See, this is why he hasn't been on the show because he's gonna do like the whole Cat Williams interview. Dude, Greg's gonna come on here and just air it out, and we're all gonna be like, "Oh, greatest podcast ever!" And then the world's gonna unfold in front of us. Because
first of all,
Greg.
Shannon Sharp made a lot of money off of that podcast. So
it's fucking.
Please do,
dude. It's fucking crazy. Ever since that interview,
I know you won't. RJ thinks you will though.
What?
He said he wouldn't do that, but
I know he wouldn't. I was only joking. I know how solid of a guy is. I know he would never do that. But I agree with him. But he's right. Because when you put it this way, I said something to one person who was just the most random person of all, and then 2 days later, everybody knows everything. And everybody's just trying to destroy your character and your whole your happiness. Like, what the fuck is that, dude? Like, why are people like that? That's so wrong. I don't know.
No, it's their own unhappiness with themselves. That's what that is.
And And I agree with that, and I know that at the end of the day, that's what that is. But, like, holy fuck, man. Dude, I'm a very simple – you know me. I'm a simple guy. I'm going to go upstairs, after the show's over. I know you're going to kick my ass. I'm going to eat a frozen pizza with my mom. Okay.
Why would I kick your ass for that?
Just because my mom's been eating a lot of frozen pizza lately. It's like her favorite thing. It's like her whole shtick. But I'm happy doing that. Like, I don't need a lot to – I don't have to prove to the current generation or the like you say, the sheep, that I need to fit in. I don't need to fit in with anybody, dude.
No, I could care less.
I am very comfortable with who I am.
You know what I realized recently? Like, I have never wanted to fit in with people. Like, I have always done my own thing.
I will praise that, and I have also done that, but at the same time, especially when I was younger, I didn't know what to do with certain things in my life, but I agree with that. I want to fit in, but I don't want to fit in. It's like I want to be, you want to be your own person. You want to be your own stratosphere. You want to be your own, you want to be your own savior.
People will hating you for not wanting to fit in. People hate that shit. They hate when you're not like them.
I'm going to give you a very good example, and this is a huge praise to this gentleman, and I will use his name because he would not mind. When I was in high school and middle school, what do we
cut? I don't need all this.
Yeah,
ice.
when we were in high school and middle school, there was a gentleman who used to hold the cafeteria door open for everybody. Okay, every day, faithfully, A lunch, B lunch.
Was he on the spectrum?
No, this is probably one of the most intelligent people I think I've ever met.
Okay, that doesn't mean he's not on the spectrum.
Oh, if he is, okay. I didn't look at it at this time. I'm only using it from the point of view.
See, I'm not the only one. Greg said the same thing.
What, am I on the spectrum?
No, he said he was on the short bus.
He probably was, but no, I'm not going to discredit that, man. But no, hear me out. So this guy, he holds the lunchroom door open every day for everybody. Everybody's like, hey, thanks, man. And, when you're in high school and you're trying to fit in, you're wearing all the clothes and, you're meeting your girlfriend, whatever the fuck, high school drama. This guy stayed true to just holding the cafeteria door open, right?
Yeah, he was on the short bus.
So one day I go to a pep rally, when that was a thing. I don't know if that's still a thing.
And that's when you figured out you were on the short bus.
Buses are short, buses are long. RJ is here. RJ is not wrong.
I hated pep rallies.
I thought it was like
I liked
cool.
it because it was like I could get out of fucking class.
Oh yeah, if you get out of dude, who doesn't like getting out of class in high school? I mean, that is like the number one student. Like it's like, hey, I'm in high school, but I don't have to go. Like hey, that's an A+ for everybody. So I remember I went to a pep rally one day or one afternoon, and they were like, they're introducing people. They're doing all the school spirit stuff back when school spirit was a thing. It's
still a thing. Relax. They still have fucking Spirit Fridays and all that shit.
They fucking better because
they fucking better.
They fucking better. But they were like, everybody, we have a special guest today, and we're all sitting there, and we're all like, oh, who is it? And they're like, hey, this is Joel. And Joel, and I will not use his last name, obviously. He walks out there, and everybody's like, oh, hey, man, this is the guy that holds the fucking lunchroom door open for everybody. And this guy proceeds to go out onto the basketball court because it was held in the gym. And this motherfucker comes out with a white glove on, a Michael Jackson hat, and proceeds to moonwalk across the entire gymnasium. And when I want to tell you, the whole place kind of went crazy for the guy that held the door open. It was nuts. And everybody's like, oh, shit. Do you know how much ass that guy probably got off of doing that? This guy was moonwalking like a motherfucker, dude. And we're all sitting there like, oh, shit. Everybody's poking fun at this guy, but this guy's probably about to take your girl.
They're still poking fun.
Dude, this motherfucker was moonwalking like crazy, and he was doing a damn good job of it. I can't fucking moonwalk. I can barely fucking stretch my knees, all right? And it was just crazy because we all had this fucking... we all had this idea of this guy just being like, what's wrong with this dude? And then he ends up just moonwalking across the gym, and everybody's cheering for him.
Yeah, he's cheering for. He did a great job, but again, like like Go Ahead Young said, he was on the short bus.
So I ended up, a year and a half later, I ended up having a class with this guy. My peer mediation class, the famous peer mediation class here on the podcast. Joel is one of the nicest guys in the world, man. But
still rode a short bus.
Long story short, my whole point was
long bus short.
So, man, I'm not gonna win. I never win. Fuck. He's a very very
try
nice
harder.
Guy. Yeah. He's a very solid guy. He's a very solid guy. But it
that was the class mantra. Long bus short.
Shout out to Greg. Go ahead, Young.
What the fuck?
But I think the whole reason I brought that up is just the whole mindset in how you perceive things and how you kind of go with what the sheep say. Like, it's like, oh, hey, this guy's a weirdo. And maybe he did ride the short bus. I don't know.
Bro, that entire fucking... They were cheering for him because it was like, oh, he could do other stuff too besides just that.
No. Like, no. Maybe he just maybe he was just a smooth motherfucker. We didn't know it yet.
Ain't nobody doing the fucking moonwalk in 1990. What? 5?
What? Well, dude, I was. This was in maybe 2004.
Oh, even worse.
Yeah.
Ain't nobody doing the moonwalk then, buddy.
Well, dude, you're in your youth. You know, it's growing pains.
Moonwalk was my era.
I understand. Well, maybe that's why it got the reaction it did, because people weren't expecting it. I don't know.
Or because that nigga was on the fucking short bus.
Well, I can't use certain words like short and bus, but I'll tell you one word I know. All right. Let me stop.
That's a good place to stop.
That's a good place. Oh, bang bang. Oh man, I'm sorry that we have to, but we will, in honor of only our viewers, attention span, but their listening skills as well.
I was LD, as you can tell.
Literally dumb. LD stands for literally dumb.
Bro.
If this comes back to haunt us, I will eat.
First of all,
I will eat 100% of this.
What's your level of education?
I have a high school education.
Okay, then shut the fuck up.
First of all, I was in college. College is expensive.
Did you finish?
The American health system is a scam. So is college. I am smart.
I agree.
Cheers is smarter
I
than
agree,
you are.
but did you finish? No.
Well, I had to make pizzas.
You could have done whatever you wanted. You chose to make pizzas.
I chose to make money because I have to live, and that's kind of, that's
so do the rest of us. You'll always find a way to live, buddy. You'll always find a way to live.
Well, we're living now, and we're living good. So cheers, sir. Happy Memorial Day to you. All right.
Clink, clink, clink.
Clink, clink. All right. Only one
Fuck
time.
it, I got nowhere to go.
I know. I know. We're like, kind of like, oh. Don't worry. It bothers me too, brother. It does. But so as we wrap up this episode, the 235th iteration of the Mad Scientist Lab podcast, is always important that you catch us anywhere you get your podcasts.
Are you going there, sir? Are you going there? Let us know.
The Apple Music, Spotify, all that good stuff. Every Saturday live here around 6:30 p.m.ish here on Twitch, and Monday on YouTube for the visual.
Then never the fuck am I.
And I am going to just remind you to make sure you hit that notification button. But in all seriousness, hopefully everybody has a safe, happy Memorial Day weekend. To the brothers and sisters in arms that did not make it home, thank you so much. We are always going to be very thankful and appreciative. And we will see you guys next week. We're going to have a mini fridge, and it's going to be fucking awesome.
And don't lay around the couch too much playing baseball or watching baseball all day. Do something with your life.
I like baseball.
Peace.
Hit you so hard you won't see nothing. Ever, 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 ever.
Audio skulls all day.
The merit scientist lab. The merit scientist lab. The merit scientist lab. The merit scientist lab.
You can't have an opinion on something that you haven't even tried.
Exactly.
the lyrics, scientist